have a question around MMPs. So before iOS 14.5 went live, everything was, attribution, measurement, all of that went through the MMPs. With ATT being enforced, many of those components are now going to be measured by SKI network on, necessary iOS users, iOS devices. Where do all of these changes put MMPs? What are they doing, and how are they reacting?
Yeah, it's a great question. So right at the beginning of this entire journey that the ecosystem's gone through, and I'm talking July, August of 2020, when these changes were first announced, one of the things that we had tried to map out on our side was the different scenarios that may play out, right? That an advertiser, the paths that an advertiser might take. Scenario one would be just continue with the MMP and only play on IDFA consenting users, right? Which is basically continue as you do today. Another version was just go with a SCAD network end to end, right? And another scenario was use the best of both worlds. Use the MMP plus SCAD network. The MMPs do bring a ton of features to the table, well beyond just attribution, right? There's measurement, there's cohort analysis, there's LTV stuff, there's basically aggregated reporting of all their advertising activity. There's a bunch of different things that MMPs bring to the table that continue to remain useful, while SKI network obviously enhances the ability to attribute users that don't have IDFA consented. And so what we see is happening right now is scenario 3, which is MMP plus SKI network, is what is playing out. 100% of the advertisers we work with are still using an MMP in tandem with SKI network. It's very, very core the way they do this. The important part of it is the MMPs are structuring an otherwise unstructured SKI network environment, right? Not every advertiser is equally sophisticated with respect to how to use a SKI network, whether it is the conversion values, conversion value modeling, which is very important for post-install metrics measurement and LTV measurement. Not every advertiser wants to have their aggregated reporting for iOS in a different place from where they have it for Android, right? And not every advertiser wants to have 2 separate ways to look at every network or DSP they work with in terms of performance. They do want aggregation of all of these things in a single place. And so the MMPs have come up. They've stepped up and done a phenomenal job of, in some ways, not getting disintermediate, right? They're now structuring the conversion values and conversion value modeling piece of the equation. They're structuring the reporting in a very, very nice way. They're accepting post-back forwards from networks and DSPs and allowing for aggregation of data, cohort analysis, LTV analysis, and all the good stuff that they've always allowed advertisers to do. And so in some ways, I do think whoever was calling out the death of MMPs was really premature call, in my opinion. The MMPs have a value well beyond just attribution, and SKI network's very, very clear, right? They don't offer a dashboard. It is not a customer-facing type product. It is built very much as a platform to build on top of, and MMPs have been the first to build on top of that platform, and they continue to enable advertisers in a very, very meaningful way. Naturally, as iOS 14.5 and beyond, become prevalent, and 90 to 100% of iOS users go to those versions, the importance of the MMP's own attribution module may reduce, and the reliance on SKI network's attribution will increase. But that doesn't reduce the reliance on the MMP in general, right? Because they have a lot of additional value that they bring to the table for advertisers.